This week, for some reason, Alina Habba was a guest on the PBD podcast, where she sat for over 2 hours, again, for no real reason, other than it's a bunch of dude bros who probably think that she's attractive, so let's bring her into the studio. But either way, Alina Habba did this little idiot podcast where she proudly proclaimed that E. Jean Carroll would not only be getting $0 from Donald Trump, but that eventually E. Jean Carroll would also have to pay Donald Trump's legal fees. Now, if that's not delusional, then I don't know what is. But here is how that exchange went down. The PBD host, Patrick Bet-David, said, quote, "How much of the $83 million is she going to see?" referring to Carroll. And Alina Habba said, "Zero, and then I'm going to sue for attorney's fees." PBD said, "Oh, I can't wait for that." To which Alina Habba responded, "Oh, yeah." And Patrick said, "So she can't go shopping? You mean she can't buy..." And then Alina Habba chimed in a little sing-song voice and said, "She can't buy her friends." Oh, I watched that. I said, Reid Hoffman, I hope you're watching. DNC, I hope you're watching. This is the person you picked. Look, I couldn't talk about her cat's name. I couldn't talk about that. What? What does any of that even mean? But of course, none of that was actually relevant to the fact that Alina Habba is delusionally proclaiming that E. Jean Carroll is going to get $0 of the $83 million that Donald Trump has already had to put into a bond to eventually pay to E. Jean Carroll. And Alina Habba has to understand, and I think the PBD people should also understand, Alina Habba is the reason that's happening. She was such a bad lawyer that Donald Trump lost. And in the New York fraud case as well, she was such a bad lawyer that Donald Trump got hit with a $464 million verdict. So why are you bringing this person onto your podcast as an expert to talk about anything? Alina Habba is painfully arrogant for somebody who is so incredibly stupid. She is the perfect example of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Somebody that is so incompetent at what they do that they are too stupid to understand their incompetence, but they try to counter that with this overconfidence, which just makes them fail even harder. And Alina Habba should be the textbook definition of Dunning-Kruger, because that is what she is. So y'all are bringing her on this podcast, which in and of itself is delusional, asking her about the legal cases, which she lost. She's boasting that Carroll's not going to get a dime of the money that Trump has already had to fork over into a bond. So my question to you, PBD folk, is, are you going to bring her back on when that appeal fails? You going to make her sit there and eat crow? Because that's what you should do, right? I mean, you gave her the platform to make these big, bold claims. So what are you going to do when it all fails? Are you going to invite her back? Are you going to point out that she was wrong and that she's the one who caused all these financial problems for Donald Trump? My guess is you probably won't. And even if you do have her back on, even after she loses this appeal, you probably just won't bring it up because that would be a little bit embarrassing for all of you, wouldn't it? Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.